So very good morning everyone. First please confirm whether the audio and visual both are clear. Please confirm whether the audio and video both are clear. Okay. So two important questions which I am finding in the comments box. Number one is day 5 video. Day 5 video actually it was uploaded. There is one audio issue that has come. That's why we are rectifying it. I am again recording that particular part. So that's the cause for the delay. And I was not there in the last 3 days. Now that's the problem. And second very important thing, WhatsApp. WhatsApp we tried to create, but we got around 2500, 2600. So when we started creating the community group, they started putting us in blacklist. Why suddenly suspicious activity of those many people are getting added? Again, we applied to that person. Okay, customer care. So when we speak, then they have given the permission. So max by 22nd, anyway, Telegram will be again coming back. Okay. In the meanwhile, I will create a groups and I will send a link to you. You can directly join there in the group. Okay. So that's the thing. So communication will not be a problem. And moreover, second very important thing I just wanted to share with you. As you know, the results for CA Inter are coming from 24th onwards, correct? So 24th onwards, definitely there will be a huge rise in the students joining the class. 1000% pakka. Okay. Because those who could not be successful, free videos will definitely help them. And we did not complete 70-80% of the syllabus. So therefore, it will be definitely useful for everyone. So definitely they will join. Once they join, what I am going to tell you is in the month of July. Okay, in the month of July, we will speed up the process as well by taking more number of hours for CA inter students, and we'll try to complete as early as possible itself. Clear? If we are taking for 1.5 hour, then we will take 2.5 hours each session. We'll try to complete all the important concepts also in that, along with exam questions, everything. Whatever we have committed, we will do that in much more faster pace. Clear? So that's the commitment that we are going to put in the month of July and in the month of August as well. So mainly please focus on your learning. Today we are going to do question bank discussion on the first chapter. Okay, how exam questions came in the chapter number 1 we are going to understand in the today's class. Okay, well? Clear? And many of you are also asking that how the exam has went. Exam has went very well. So I went, came back as well. So exam went very well. Let us leave it to him. Results will come very soon. So the point is, now we are going to start with the question bank discussion on the preliminary discussion, okay, or preliminary concepts to the Companies Act. So how about to move on? Let us try to understand. See. So today we are going to do question bank discussion on chapter 1 of the Companies Act. Okay. Chapter 1 of the Companies Act ki question bank discussion I am going to do. Okay. Once chapter 1 the question bank discussion is completed, immediately I will start with FM. Immediately I will start with FM. FM I will begin. More number of hours I can take and I will complete, because once chapter 1 of Companies Act is completed, in this chapter 2 needless to start, we will start with FM. Next class I will take extra hours for the law and we will try to continue that way. Okay. So here and there small adjustments we can do. Let us complete chapter number 1 question bank discussion in the today's class. Okay. This is like a workout batch type. Okay. So as I already promised, both are inclusive in this batch. So this is a workout session on chapter number 1. First of all, please everyone confirm. Can we begin? Okay. Okay. Let us begin. See, in the question bank, I have clearly said that since the questions in this chapter are mostly merged with other chapters, like incorporation, accounts of company, foreign company, and so on, here I'm covering all general questions in this chapter. Okay. What does it mean? Private company, public company discussions are there in incorporation chapter. Ante, in simple sense, how to tell in our institute study material or in institute exams, if a question comes from if a question comes from private company, if a question comes from public company, if a question comes from subsidiary, holding, associate, government, foreign, do you know how institute will include that? They will take it as if it is tested from incorporation chapter. Clear? Because incorporation of company we saw there na, so any question related to company they give in incorporation chapter, so that's why. So though preliminaries chapter is one of the most important chapters, questions in this are scattered across the chapters. For example, define a foreign company, where you will see foreign company chapter there are 7 questions in that, means in that respective chapters they will find the questions. Clear everyone? So what we are going to do is, I will first fastly complete whatever is there in the question bank in a general discussion. Okay, one minute each I will spend, not more than 1 minute. 1 minute I will spend. Once completed, we'll go to incorporation chapter and we'll try to complete some important definitions. Okay, first one. What is a company? Company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. So what is a previous company law? Previous company law means Companies Act 1866, 1881, okay, 1913, 1942, 1956. All these will comes under the previous company law. Anyway, that will not be tested in exam. So first one, company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. What are the features? There are 5 very, very important features. Remaining you can remember on your wish. Artificial legal person, perpetual succession, it will be there forever. Limited liability, liability limited to the share capital, unpaid. Common seal, it's the official signature. Separate legal entity, company different from the members, company different from the directors. Company is a separate entity if no fraud happened. If fraud is happening in the name of company, company and the members and directors are treated one and the same. Instead of company, these people will be taken to liability and custody. Okay. Next one, capacity to sue and to be sued. Others can sue the company in its own name. Company can sue others in its own name. Next one, capacity to buy, hold and dispose properties. A company can buy its own property, sell its own property. Means company can pay its tax. Capital gains tax company can pay. Means what? Company can have the properties, company can sell the assets, company can make gains, company can pay tax also. So it can buy, hold, dispose properties, mobile, immobile, tangible, intangible, in India, outside India, anything it can do. First question completed. Of everyone, please give a reply. Understood the first answer clearly? Yeah, that's it. This is the time that we are given to this particular question. Hey, first thing, trust the process. We are going slowly into the process. Everything will be completed before you go to the exam. That's why what I said, these sessions will continue till you write the exam, I said. And what I said again, for law DTFM, as per the class schedule, you continue. You will get all subjects like 80%. Okay. Lala, you will get clearly 75 to 80 marks if you properly follow the pattern. Beyond this, what anyone can tell. Okay. Next question. Body corporate. We understood already the term body corporate. Body corporate and body corporate is a wider term than company. Any body having corporate features is a body corporate. Means it includes what? Any act, including a foreign company. Therefore, what we discussed on the day, body corporate includes a company incorporated outside India. If outside India company is included, within India company not included, included. So company included, Okay, body corporate or a corporation means any body having corporate feature. LLP is a separate body having corporate features. So LLP incorporated in India. Now LLP incorporated in a foreign country. Anyway, they are only saying that company incorporated outside India. All these are body corporates. But body corporate do not include two things: cooperative society and any other body corporate notified by central government. We saw na Asian Development Bank and the point. Over. Private company. Private company means a company having minimum paid up share capital, restrict the transfer of shares, number of members limited to 200, and in case of joint members, they are treated as single member who are in employment, present employees, who having been formerly in employment, past employees, and were the members while in that employment shall not be included into the total number, and prohibits public subscription of securities. Completed private company definition. Like this, I am going to move on. Next one. Next one. Holding company. Holding company means you should not write. Holding company in relation to, we should write. So, holding company in relation to one or more other companies means a company of which such companies are subsidiary companies. So, in relation to subsidiary, you are called as holding. What is a subsidiary? Subsidiary company or subsidiary in relation to any other company. Subsidiary can have only one holding. So holding company refers to subsidiary. Subsidiaries will refer to holding. So subsidiary in relation to any other company, no plural, because there can be only one holding company. Okay. So any other company, that is to say, means a company in which the holding company does any of the two things. Number one, control the composition of board of directors. What do you mean by controlling composition of board of directors? Controlling composition of board of directors means you have power to appoint or remove all or majority of directors. Then I call you have power to control the composition of board of directors. So when a company will be treated as a subsidiary, if the holding company have control on the composition on board, or don't write in exam controlling board of directors. Okay, and the matter don't write. It's not controlling board of directors. It is controlling composition of board of directors. Means who should be there inside I can control. I have ability to appoint, remove all or majority of board of directors. Then you can call me, I am controlling the composition of board of directors. Okay. Next one. Exercises or controls more than one half and 50% of what? Total voting power, either on my own or together with my subsidiaries. Example also we have seen. So next, subsidiary to my subsidiary is also my deemed subsidiary or not? A company shall be deemed to be a subsidiary company of holding company even if the control is of another subsidiary. Means X limited, Y limited, Z limited. X limited, Y limited is a subsidiary to X. Z limited is a subsidiary to Y. Because Z limited is a subsidiary to my subsidiary, Z is deemed to be my subsidiary. Yeah. Company includes a body corporate. Okay. Next. This is not that much important. So main concepts we covered. Everyone please give a reply. Subsidiary company definition. Did you all revise? Gap has come. We are revising as well. Everyone please reply. Don't sit idle. Your silence can never become an answer. From today, live will not be uploaded here. First 10 to 15 minutes, I will put it live. After that, it will be deleted. Okay. And moreover, today is the most important session because we are going to do practical workout on what we learned in the last 8 days and in last 5 sessions. Whatever you learned, for that we are going to do the workout now. Next, associate company. What I said, associate company also like a subsidiary we should read. Associate company in relation to any other company means a company in which some other company Okay. So other company has significant influence, but not a subsidiary. What is significant influence? Two parts. Board of directors side, shareholder side. Either this or this you need to have to call yourself as associate. That company should either participate in business decisions or no, sir, there is no business decision participation. It should have not less than 20%, but not more than 50, because if it is more than 50, it will become subsidiary. So therefore, it should not be as low as subsidiary. It should not be as big as a holding. It should be somewhere in the middle. What it is, associate company. But I told you very clearly, X Limited hold 30% in Y means Y is an associate to X. X is not an associate to Y. X Limited hold 25 in Y. Y is holding 26 in X. Then both are called as co-associates. Both are called as what? Co-associates. Okay. Joint ventures are always treated as associates. What is a one person company? Only one person as a member. Okay, we will discuss that in one person company topic. Government company, not less than 15% is held by CG, SG or combination. One way. Second way, become subsidiary to a government company. Okay, next. Foreign company. Foreign company, company incorporated outside India. Condition one. Second condition. Okay, place of business is within India. That place of business can be either physical or electronic, carried on either by itself or through agents. Done. Small company, amended clearly in the brackets I have given in the question bank. So, what is a small company? Small company means a company whose paid up share capital of the preceding year does not exceed 10 crore. Turnover does not exceed 100 crore. And small company should not be a public company. And it should not be holding, subsidiary, section 8, company or a body corporate incorporated under special act. Next. What is a company incorporated with charitable objects? Okay, means it should have the idea of promoting the object, not to exploit the objects. So, promoting the commerce, arts, social, science, religion, or arts, or any education, etc. And profits will be applied to the objects only, they will not take it. And therefore, they will prohibit dividend. So, promoting the objects, profits applied to the objects, no dividend. Company limited by shares, all these things I don't wanted to discuss now. Listed company already we discussed very clearly in the last class. Now this is the time for us. These all we already completed. Now we are going to do a good amount of exam questions which were kept in the incorporation chapter in our question bank. Okay, well, let us read this question now. From now I require complete participation. Okay, I require complete participation of everyone. I'm telling you seriously, follow the question bank questions properly. Okay, let us start. Flora Fauna Limited was a registered public company. There are 230 members in the company as noted below. Directors and their relatives 50. Employees 15. Nothing said the present. Ex-employees in the past. Shares were allotted when they were employees 10. 5 couples holding shares jointly in the name of husband and wife 5 into 2 10. Others 145. Board of Directors of Flora Fauna Limited proposed to convert into a private company. Referring to the provisions of Companies Act, advice whether the company can be converted into a private company, whether existing number of members need to be reduced for the proposed private company. Is the question that they are asking. Okay, read the question before we go into solution. I am going to give only 1 minute time for you to read, not more than that. Read the question. Okay. See here. First point number one. Exam law question will come like this and they will give for 5 marks. How we need to present our answer? First thing what you need to know is how to present the answer, what to write in exam. Okay. First you have to write down the provisions in the act. Means write down the definition of private company first. 5 marks la first you will be awarded with 2 marks over. So first you write down that it should have minimum paid up share capital and except in case of one person company, or you can also write down that it should have minimum paid up share capital and by its articles it will do three things: restrict transaction, limit total number of members, prohibit public subscription. Write down those three. And since question clearly employees point was tested, clearly write down that okay, joint members will be treated as a single member point because that point was covered here. And second very important thing, present employees and past employees who were allotted with the shares when they were in employment, these two kind of persons will be excluded from the total number of members. Okay, all these you need to write. First write down that. After that, come to the case given in the question. Okay, company wanted to convert from public to private. Okay, as a public company, how many members are there? 230. Public company 2 lakhs also can be there, no problem. But when you convert into private company, problem will come. Okay, in this 230, if you remember what I told you when we are discussing about private company public company definition, what I told you when we are discussing private company public company definition, first point number one, when I am discussing something, don't take it light. I told hundreds of times, because when I say something now, unless and until there is an importance for that, I won't tell anything. If I tell something, somewhere it will be useful. What I told you that day, when we are reading the definition of private company, what we discussed in the bare provision, when we are reading joint holder, for the purposes of this clause, means only for the purposes of private company, joint will be treated as a single member. Now, originally Flora Fauna Limited is a public limited company. In this public limited company, ex-employees are there. Couples are there. They are treated as 10 only, not treated as 5. And joint holders are not treated as one member. Joint holders are treated as separate members in a public company. This is a classic indication for that. Did you all understand what I said, everyone? Reply. We already discussed that. Yeah, everyone. Did you at least remember? So if you can see, public company, everyone will be counted normally only. Joint will be treated as single, joint will be treated as joint A, not as a single member. Okay, sorry. Now let us see. 230 are there. Okay. In this 230, already who is included? Directors and relatives. Should be excluded or not to be excluded? Not to be excluded. So nothing you need to do. Employees 15 are there. Remove them, because we are converting into private. Ex-employees shares were allotted while they were employees. Okay, remove them. 5 couples holding shares jointly. Until let us try to understand. A and B, husband and wife. C and D. E and F. G, H. I and J. Like this you understand. AB purchased shares jointly. You will treat only one person as a member. Okay. Whose name first appear in the register of members in the company, that person will be counted. If A's name is first entered into the records of company, A will be treated as member. B's name entered, B will be treated as member. There is no FIFO-LIFO method. Who enters, whose name enters first, that name will come first. Sir, anyway. So A plus B, okay, means what? A and B is a set. That will be treated as one member. 1, 1, 1, 1. So total all of them, how many are there? 5. But how many you have taken for public? 10. So how many I need to remove? 5. Others are 145. You need not do any adjustment to that. Take calculator and do 230 minus 15, 215. 215 minus 10, 205. 205 minus 5, 200. So now tell me, is there any requirement to reduce the number of members? No requirement, because public company allows up to 200 members. So there is no need for reduction of number of members for the proposed private company, as existing number of members are 200, which does not exceed the maximum limit of 200. Everyone understood clearly? Okay. Next question. MNP Private Limited is a, first of all, everyone reply. Understood everyone? The answer. Everyone understood the answer, huh? Okay. MNP Private Limited is a company registered under Companies Act 2013 with a paid up share capital of 2 crore, turnover 60 crore. Paid up capital 2 crore, turnover 60 crore. Explain the meaning of small company. First we have to explain. Small company means any company which is having a paid up share capital not exceeding 10 crore, turnover not exceeding 100 crore. Okay, both. Paid up capital 10 crore it should not cross, and turnover it should not cross 100 crore. Okay. So if any one thing is crossed, it is not a small company. And it should not be a public company, holding company, subsidiary company, sectioned company, company and a body corporate, incorporate under any other special act. First, if you write that, half the marks will come to you. Okay, up to here we are done. Okay, and examine the following in accordance with the provisions of Companies Act. Whether MNP Private Limited can avail the status of small company. MNP Private Limited is a private limited company. No details were said that it is a holding or subsidiary to anyone. Okay, anyway, it's not a sectioned company, because sectioned company need not use the word public private limited. So all the conditions are very clear in the question. Therefore, what we have to understand, paid up capital does not exceed 10 crore. It is only 2 crore. Turnover does not exceed 100 crore. It is only 60 crore. So happily, you can satisfy the condition. Where MNP Limited can avail the status of small company? Answer is yes. You have to write everything about small company. Then you have to tell, since the paid up share capital does not exceed 10 crore and paid up and the turnover does not exceed 100 crore, this can avail the status of small company. Okay, 1 point. What will be your answer if the turnover is 30 crore? Even if the turnover is 30 crore, it can still avail the status. First provision we are writing. For that, we will get that half the marks. Next half is for the conclusion you give. Okay. In present case, MNP Limited is a company registered under all these things you will write. Okay. MNP, see, turnover not exceeding 40. This is as per the old provision. Now this turnover was changed to 100 crore. So, can avail. This is as per the old provision answer was given. Please make a reasonable change to this. Okay. Previously 40, now it was changed to what? 100. So, therefore, up to 100 it is okay. Previously, what used to be there? Previously, 40 is the limit. So, here in the 60, so it cannot avail. But now it is 100 crores. Provision is amended now. So, therefore, it can avail the status. Question bank was printed before the amendment. That's why. Okay, wherever changes happen, I will only tell you. So, if the turnover is 30 crore, then also it can avail the status of small company. And if question is tested in the today's scenario, okay, they will ask as 160 crores like that. Then you have to write it cannot avail. If it is 60 crores, it can avail the status of small company. Did you understand the amendment and how they ask? Everyone? Okay, done. Next. Alpha Herbals, a Section 8 company, is planning to declare a dividend in the AGM for the financial year ended 31/3/24. Mr. Chopra is holding 800 equity shares as on date. State whether the act of the company is in accordance with the provisions of Companies Act. You will answer now. Straight away, give me one answer. Yes, no, that's it. Everyone, all the 500 participants have to answer. No silence in the class. Same thing you will repeat in the examination hall also. You will sit silent and you don't write anything and come out. Let me check for your answers. Okay. So why no? Because Section 8 company by definition 8 is very clear that it prohibits the payment of dividend to its members. Very good. So answer. According to Section 8, company licensed under Section 8 are prohibited to pay the dividend. Okay. Only for promoting the objects. So it is not in accordance with Companies Act. In this chapter, whatever the questions are relating to kinds of companies, we are going to discuss those. Okay. Other things we will discuss when we complete the chapter. Yes. This is a question which came for 7 marks in the exam. Okay. Let us solve. The question bank is copyrighted. I can't share PDF. I'm very, very sorry. DT PDF I shared because DT anyway changing in 2025 did not go for copyright. So these are all answers as per ICA and as per my point of view, everything was merged into one set. See, in our question bank, what I have done, first I kept all the study material questions. Next past exam, next RTP, next MTP, like that in a sequence I kept. And answers were remodeled as per the current provisions. Understood? And amendments are there na, as per amended provisions, except the small company or one or two, which were came after the printing of material, I did not. Remaining all 99% changes were made. Answers are given as per the ICA. So properly questions are presented and then I meant for the copyright. So therefore I cannot share the open PDF to anyone. DT I shared because DT there is no PDF, there is no copyright on that. That's why I shared openly. If something is open, I will definitely share it. I won't keep it with me. Okay, na? So let us begin. See here. Let us read the question. 7 marks ki what they tested. Okay. I am also anxious and curious on this. Let's read this. Okay. So, the question bank is available on website. Yeah, if you want, you can take. If you don't want, if you already have anything, you follow that. I will not ask anyone to buy anything. Okay. We are not going to commercialize not even a single thing in these sessions. Okay. If you want, you take. If you don't want, also thank you very, 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 very much. Okay. Well, you listen and pass. That's all. I don't want your money. I don't want anything from you. Okay. Na? Very, very clear. If you have any other PDF available in the market, you can do that. Please do that. Namaste for you. So please see. My intention was to give a proper service for the coming exam. You should qualify. That's it. Okay. Reminding everything, Babu, you do whatever you want. So question number 6. Referring to the relevant provisions of Companies Act, examine whether the following companies will be considered as a listed company or an unlisted company. That's the question. Okay. Whether we should treat it as a listed company or not, they are asking. ABC Limited, a public company has listed its non-convertible debt securities issued on a private placement basis. CHG Limited, a public company, has listed its non-convertible redeemable preferences issued on private placement basis. PRS Limited, a public company, which has not listed its equity shares on recognized stock exchange, but whose equity shares are listed on a stock exchange, referred in jurisdiction under 23(3) and a foreign jurisdiction. These are the 3 points. First of all, tell me one important point. Okay. Did we cover these in the class or not? Very much in depth. Had we already covered these points or not? You just tell yes or no for this. Okay. Take a minute time. Read all the points clearly first. Okay. Read all the 3 points clearly. Have you read? Have you read? I asked one question, you are giving answer. I asked you, have you read? Have you read? Have you read the entire answer? Just answer to the question. Don't answer whatever you want. I gave 2 minutes time. You will read the question multiple times and you will put answer in your mind. I'm asking, have you completed reading? Okay. Now second question. Answer one by one. ABC Limited is a public company. This company has non-convertible debt securities on a private placement. Non-convertible means they don't get converted into equity shares. So longevity is not there. Moreover, they will be repaid because they are debt securities. And moreover, publicly I did not issue. Private placement I issued. Because of that reason, ABC Limited will become a listed company. No. For same reason, CHG also. Okay. And third one, my equity shares are not listed in India. My equity shares are listed somewhere in Singapore, or Malaysia, or Shanghai, or somewhere else it is listed. In all the three cases, the company is treated as a unlisted company only, or in simple sense, it is not a listed company. Everyone understood the answer for all the 3 points? Everyone. First of all, tell me, whatever we discussed is there in the question bank. I mean, whatever the questions they are testing in exam, had we all discussed that clearly in the class? Everyone? Okay, done. Next one. Let us move to the next one. I'm seeing your messages also simultaneously. If there is any doubt, I will clarify. Okay. These are all small questions. Okay. Next question. Next question, please. See here. Whatever is available on website is the new question bank only. Please participate here. Please concentrate on the question. ABC Limited issues equity shares worth 1 lakh. Okay, worth 1 lakh. Rupees say 1 lakh, not 1 lakh shares. Rupees 1 lakh worth equity. Participate properly. Important question. Stop putting messages there first. Listen. ABC Limited issued equity shares of worth 1 lakh. 10,000 equity shares of 10 each on 1st April 2023, which has been fully subscribed, whereby XYZ Limited holds, okay, XYZ Limited hold 3,500 equity shares and PQR hold 2,500 equity shares. Prior to the issue of equity shares, ABC already held 20% of the equity shares of MNP Limited. Further, XYZ holds 10% of MNP Limited's equity shares as a trustee. MNP Limited controls the composition of Board of Directors of XYZ Limited and PQR Limited on 1/7/2023. Examined with reference to the provisions of Companies Act, whether ABC Limited is a subsidiary to MNP, whether ABC can hold shares of MNP, whether ABC Limited and XYZ Limited have a right to vote on annual general meeting of MNP Limited held on 30th September 2023. 6 marks. The question came already in exam. Take 2 minutes time. Read the question properly. If you have intention to pass in the September exam, first required thing is patience. Read the question 2-3 times. Understand it properly. Then let us start with our discussion and conclusion. Okay? Please take your time, read properly. Don't put any messages in the chat box unless and until you read. If you put message there, where the concentration will be? Read the question first. When I ask you to put a message, please put a message. Again, start continuing on the concept. Read the question first. Summary of the question you write down somewhere in the rough notes. So what are the important key points they are asking? Okay. Now everyone reply. Did you read the question? Take time, yeah, no problem. In class, you take time. Okay, important concepts, you take time and complete. Don't do mistake once concept is completed. Okay, see, done. First point number one. Let us put it in the form of a diagram to understand the things. First, ABC Limited issued equity shares worth 1 lakh. Okay, which has been fully subscribed whereby XYZ Limited. So, XYZ Limited holds 35%, 10,000 and 3,500. PQR Limited holds 25%. 35 plus 25 both comes to 60%. Okay. Not required as of now. Just put it in mind. Next, prior to the issue of equity shares, ABC Limited already held 20% of equity shares in MNP. There is a company called as MNP. In this MNP, ABC Limited already held 20%. Okay, ABC Limited already held 20%. Further, XYZ Limited holds 10% of MNP. 10% in MNP. Okay, this is as a trustee. This is as a trustee, not in direct capacity. MNP controls composition of board of directors of XYZ. MNP controls composition of board of directors. Controls composition of board of directors of XYZ Limited and PQR Limited as well. So MNP controls the composition of board of directors of XYZ and also PQR. Examine with reference to the provisions of Companies Act whether ABC Limited is a subsidiary to MNP. Okay. Next, whether ABC Limited can hold the shares in MNP Limited. Like this, they ask the question. Read for one last time before we go with the solution. Okay. So let us redraw it for our better understanding. See, the moment a question is given on holding subsidiary, first expected thing from you is drawing a proper diagram first, such that you will understand it easily. Let us do that together, everyone. Let us do that together. First, write down. After writing the main diagram, now we understood that we should see entire question from MNP point of view. Okay. MNP point of view. So MNP, what it has done? MNP controls composition of board of directors in MNP controls composition of board of directors in XYZ Limited, PQR Limited. Okay, PQR Limited. XYZ holds 10% equity shares in MNP in a trustee capacity. Trustee capacity, not in direct capacity. So this is allowed as per section number 19. When we come to incorporation chapter section 19, I will tell. As of now, you remember this. Okay, fiduciary capacity will not be included into the holding. Okay. So because MNP Limited is controlling composition of XYZ, MNP is a holding company, XYZ is a subsidiary company. Here also, MNP is a holding company and PQR Limited becomes a subsidiary company. Next, what happened? There is a company called as ABC Limited. There is a company called as ABC Limited. In this ABC Limited, XYZ is holding. Okay, XYZ is holding 35%. PQR is holding 25%. PQR is holding 25%. Okay. Next, ABC Limited already hold 20% shares in MNP. Okay, ABC Limited already hold 20% in MNP. Putting all these into consideration, we need to answer the question. Did you all first understand the diagram clearly? Yeah. Why question will come for 7 marks, 6 marks? Lot of litigation was kept in the section. Okay. So you should first understand the diagram properly. Okay. Draw the diagram somewhere else to understand the question. Start doing it. Don't sit idly. You will lose the marks in exam. Everyone, have you completed writing? Okay. See here. What happened in this question? One by one, let me first explain you the points. What are all the things that they attached in this section? See, there is a company called as MNP. MNP Limited is controlling the composition of board of directors in XYZ. Therefore, XYZ is a subsidiary to MNP. MNP Limited is controlling the composition of board of directors of PQR also. So, MNP and PQR are also holding subsidiary. One answer completed. Next, XYZ is holding 10% equity shares in MNP Limited as a trustee. Trust normally section 19, there is a section called as section 19. When we come to incorporation chapter, we will anyway discuss in depth. Just listen like this. Once holding subsidiary relation started between two people, subsidiary cannot hold the shares in holding company again. Neither subsidiary cannot purchase shares, neither nor the holding company allot the shares to them. Okay, wow. And in simple language, once holding subsidiary relation started, subsidiary cannot hold shares in holding company. But here what happened? MNP Limited controlling the composition of board of directors in XYZ. So XYZ became a subsidiary to me. Now XYZ is holding 10% equity shares in MNP. Adi valid? It is valid because section 19 this is one of the exception, because XYZ Limited is holding shares in MNP not in its individual capacity but in the trustee capacity. So this is allowed. Number two, MNP ki XYZ, if you see, holding subsidiary. MNP PQR holding subsidiary. Okay. XYZ is holding 35 in ABC, PQR holding 25 in ABC. Now what will happen? Automatically, what we read in the definition, holding subsidiary company means in relation to a company, in relation to any other company, means a company in which the holding company controls the composition of board of directors. So XYZ PQR became subsidiary company through composition of board of directors. Next one is what? Exercises or controls more than one half of the total voting power, either at its own or together with one or more of its subsidiary. Here MNP Limited is not directly holding anything in ABC through its subsidiaries. XYZ already a subsidiary, PQR already a subsidiary. So through XYZ 35, through PQR 25, both together 60%. Therefore, MNP and ABC Limited are also treated as holding subsidiaries. Holding subsidiary. Deemed subsidiary la. When deemed subsidiary concept will come, if it is a subsidiary to my subsidiary. See, XYZ is holding 35 in ABC. It's not a subsidiary to my subsidiary. PQR is holding 25 in ABC. It's not a subsidiary to my subsidiary. Clear? Huh? Here, it's not a subsidiary to my subsidiary. It is holding more than 50% through my subsidiaries. Okay. Therefore, ABC and MNP will become holding subsidiary. Now, what problem will come? ABC Limited became subsidiary to MNP, but the problem is, okay, but the problem is ABC Limited already hold 20% equity shares in MNP, not as a trustee, direct shareholding. ABC became which company? Now the problem is MNP and ABC also became holding subsidiary. What is the subsidiary? ABC. What is the holding? MNP. ABC is holding how much in MNP? 20%. Just now what we discussed, once you become a subsidiary company, you should not hold the shares. Correct? That's what I am also telling. Once you become a subsidiary, you should not hold the shares. The word used here is already. Means what? It was held even before the holding company and subsidiary company relation existed. This is another exception provided by section number 19. Everyone understood the entire answer clearly or not? Everyone should reply. Again, this is section 19 exemption. Okay. Again, it is a section 19 exemption. So the problem is MNP and XYZ holding subsidiary, MNP and PQR holding subsidiary, MNP and ABC holding subsidiary. ABC Limited, yes, it can hold the shares because it is an exception provided by section 19. XYZ can hold 10%. Yes, no problem, even though it becomes subsidiary because it is another exception provided by section number 19. Trustee is one exception. Existing holding even before relation started is another exception. Both comes under the exceptions to section number 19. Okay, wow. Next very important question. Whether ABC is a subsidiary to MNP? Yes. Whether ABC can hold the shares in MNP? Yes, because it is existing holding even before the relation started. Whether ABC Limited and XYZ Limited, whether ABC Limited and XYZ Limited have a right to vote in the annual general meeting of MNP? This is the question. Okay. Very, very important. ABC is holding, this is also said in section number 20, section number 19 only. ABC Limited is holding 20% as a trustee on its own. So on its own means directly subsidiary company representative will go to the holding company general meeting. So subsidiary controlling holding should not be the case now. In this case, voting power will not be given. But in this case, voting power will be given because XYZ Limited is not voting in the AGM of its holding company being MNP, not directly as a trustee to another person it is voting. So here it is allowed. See how many points they touched in one single question. Okay. So see here. First, directly if you go to conclusion, ABC Limited shall be a subsidiary to the holding company. Okay. Subsidiary company to the MNP Limited controls composition. Okay. Not deemed. Study material overaction answers will be given. Shall be a subsidiary. That's all. Deemed to be a subsidiary. Who said deemed subsidiary? No. No need to write that answer. ABC Limited shall be a subsidiary company. Okay. MNP Limited. So XYZ and PQR Limited are holding and subsidiary. Okay. ABC Limited shall also become a subsidiary. When deemed subsidiary will come, if it is a subsidiary to my subsidiary, deemed word will come, or else normal subsidiary. So ABC Limited is a subsidiary. Okay. And MNP Limited controls composition in XYZ and PQR. Those also subsidiary. Okay. Next case. ABC Limited is a subsidiary holding 20% equity shares even before it became. So it is allowed. No worry on that. Subsidiary company shall have a right to vote. ABC Limited cannot vote because it is holding directly. XYZ Limited can vote because it is holding as a trustee. Everyone understood the full answer clearly? Yeah? See the answer? 2 minutes time. One question, all concepts are covered. Read it properly and understand. take time. Clear, everyone? First of all, everyone tell me, are you all comfortable with one of the most toughest questions in holding subsidiary? Okay, next. Read this question to RTP questions. Okay, RTP question. Read the question first. A important similar question came in exam. Following are some of the securities issued by different companies relating with each other as follows. Okay, first one, Kleshrahit Limited, securities issued, listed non-convertible redeemable preferentials issued on private placement. Remarks, has the power to appoint two-thirds of the directors in Indriya Daman Limited. Indriya Daman Limited, listed non-convertible debt securities issued on private placement basis, holding 60% voting power in. What is that? Sajakta Private Limited. What are those names? Sajakta Private Limited listed non-convertible debt securities on private placement basis in terms of relevant SEBI regulations. Company holds 52% equity shares in Pratibodh Limited as an investment on behalf of another company in a capacity of trustee. Equity shares are issued by Kleshrahit Limited and Indriya Daman Limited and are not listed on any recognized stock exchanges. In the context of the aforesaid facts, answer the following questions. Whether the aforesaid companies are considered as listed companies, explain the relationship between the aforesaid companies. Okay, two different discussions they wanted us to make, so please read it carefully. If you do the questions as per what I said now, if you follow the live properly, you need not again prepare these chapters, you need not again read these questions. Please participate, read it, take 2 3. That's what I said at the beginning of today's class. Today's class we are dedicating our time only to do the exam questions which came for 6 marks, 7 marks. This is 7 marks question, so please concentrate properly, read the question. Have you read the question? Have you read? See, first point number one. What is the new thing we are going to understand in this question? They are asking us question a combination. Just a minute. Let me see the live. Everyone has answered. Okay. So, and again, before I start with, I'm going to give you one small word of caution and then I will start. This class will not be streamed as a recorded session after live. 10-15 minutes maximum I'll put and I will put it private. If you lose, you will lose forever. So I request everyone, please stay live continuously and complete this. Okay, let us begin. There is a company called as a K Limited, I Limited, S Limited. Okay, why I have given you 4 minutes time? You should read two discussions here. Number one, they are asking whether they are listed or not, and second one, they are also asking the relationship between them. What is the sections that creates a relationship if they are holding subsidiary or associates? So this is one question where they tested on holding subsidiary associate along with the concept of listed unlisted concept. Clear? Let us see. First, Kleshra Limited, K Limited. Listed its non-convertible redeemable preference shares issued on private placement. It is not a listed company. Okay, number one. I Limited. Listed non-convertible debt securities on private placement basis. Again, not a listed company. Next. Listed non-convertible debt securities issued on private placement basis. Again, Sajekta Limited is not a listed company. Clarity. First. Equity shares of K Limited and I Limited are not listed on any recognized stock exchange. So, their equity shares are also not listed anywhere. Okay. Whether the aforesaid companies can be considered listed companies, none of the companies are listed. First of all, everyone give an answer. Understood the first discussion clearly? Yeah? Everyone, reply. Understood the first part of the discussion clearly? Yeah? Everyone in the class? Okay, done. Very good. Next. Super, super. Next, explain the relationship. Now let us discuss on the relationship between the companies. K Limited has a power to appoint 2/3 of the board of directors of Indriya Daman Limited. Why they have given? If you are having a ability to appoint or remove all or majority of directors, majority means more than half. You are having more than half. 2/3 is more than half. Na? 2/3 means 66.67. Half means 50% only. So since you are having majority directors power to appoint the directors in I Limited, K Limited and I Limited are holding subsidiary. K is a holding company, I is a subsidiary company. Okay, next one. I Limited holding 60% voting power in Sajekta Limited. So what is the point here? There are three companies. K Limited, I Limited, S Limited, Pratibodh Limited, 4 companies. Okay. KISP. K and S, K and I, let us understand the relationship. K and I. K is a holding, I is a subsidiary. K is a holding, I is a subsidiary. Hey, listen carefully. If not clear, now you are not listening. Please listen carefully. I am going very slow into the concept. K Limited is holding, I Limited is subsidiary because K Limited is controlling more than half. More than half means majority of directors. Power to appoint is there in I Limited for K Limited. So K Limited is holding, I Limited is subsidiary. First part everyone understood. See, all the three are unlisted. We understood that. Next one relationship we are going to give. K Limited is holding, I Limited is subsidiary. Up to here understood clearly. Very good. Good. Next, I Limited holding 60% in S Limited. I Limited hold 60% in S Limited. Then I Limited will become holding. S Limited will become subsidiary. S Limited will become subsidiary. Okay. Now, very important thing is S Limited is a subsidiary to K's subsidiary. K ki I subsidiary, I ki S subsidiary. Since it is a subsidiary to my subsidiary, K Limited and S Limited are holding company and deemed subsidiary relationship. Next answer. Sajekta Limited, the company holds 52% equity shares in Pratibodh Limited as an investment on behalf of another company in capacity as a trustee. Okay, Sajakta Limited, the company holds 50% equity shares in Pratibodh Limited as a trustee. Fiduciary capacity, if you hold, holding subsidiary relation won't come. We will discuss that. Section 19 it will come. Fiduciary capacity means some ethical capacity if you are holding, relationship of holding subsidiary won't come into picture. So what is the final answer here? K Limited is unlisted, I Limited is unlisted, S Limited is unlisted. Or answer completed. Rendu answer. K Limited is holding, I Limited is subsidiary. I Limited is holding, S Limited is subsidiary. K Limited is holding, S Limited is a deemed subsidiary. S Limited is not a holding company to P Limited because it is a trustee investment, not a direct investment. Up to here, everyone understood the full answer completed. Reply. Okay, done. So finally, I will go to the final answer directly. Okay, so that we can save time. Analysis and conclusion. Okay. First, you have to write the provision. A listed company, full provision you have to write that non-convertible debt security, everything. First, you have to write that. This question came for 8 marks. And 4 marks they will give for the provision you write. 4 marks for the answer you write. So first, Kleshra K Limited. Okay. See, shall not be considered listed. 1 point over. Shall not be considered listed. 1 point over. Shall not be considered listed. 1 point. So whatever we discussed is right. Next to holding subsidiary, again you have to write the final answer fully. After that, relationship between K and I. K and I. See, I Limited is a subsidiary to K. Next one. Next one. Since voting power 60% is there, voting power 60% is there, Sajata S Limited is a subsidiary to I. Relation between K and S. Okay. It will be deemed to be a subsidiary company. Deemed to be a subsidiary company. This is deemed subsidiary. Fiduciary capacity shall not be counted for purpose of holding subsidiary. See. When you see the answer, it will start here. Examiner did not write all these. Main content, conclusions. 8 marks, na, that's why. So, it starts here. You have to read all those things and then you have to conclude. Now, we will get unnecessary BP. My answer is so big, how can I remember? Now, you please, everyone, listen carefully. You answer me one question. Okay? You answer me an honest answer. Give an honest answer to me. After listening to our class, understanding listed company holding subsidiary concept. If you read the question after explaining things, did you really feel it difficult? Everyone, did you really feel the difficulty of this answer? That's what I'm trying to tell you. There is no concept of tough paper. When this question came in exam, people branded this question paper as the toughest. Until their concentration is, they should ask only questions which came in the last attempt. If that is asked, question paper easy. What is great in this question? Yeah, whether they ask a new question or not, first apply your mind. If you read everything, why paper will be difficult for you? They are asking whether they are listed or unlisted. After that, they are asking whether they are holding subsidiary relation exists. What is so great in that question if you understand the concept? Okay. Next question. The paid up share capital of Alter Private Limited is 1 crore, consisting of 8 lakh equity shares fully paid up, 2 lakh cumulative preference shares fully paid up. New Private Limited and Ultra Private Limited are holding 3 lakh equity shares and 50,000 equity shares in Alter Private Limited. New Private Limited and Ultra Private Limited are subsidiaries of PQR Limited. With reference to the provisions of Companies Act 2013, examine whether Alter Private Limited is a subsidiary to PQR Would your answer be different if PQR Limited has 8 out of 9 directors on board of Alter Private Limited? Super question came for 5 marks in exam. See, answer will be like this. Okay, answer will be like this. But forget about the answer. You have your own ideology on the answer first. Okay, well, everyone had a clarity. So read it and first understand the concept clearly. Where is this? This is the question. Yes. Read the question properly. Have you read the question, everyone? And I am giving enough time. Don't blame me after that. If you would have given more time, I would have answered the question. Yeah, all are nonsense stories. I'm giving lot of time for you to read, like in exam. One last minute still I am giving you. Completed reading? Okay. Now listen. Paid up share capital of Alter Private Limited is 1 crore, consisting of 8 lakh equity shares fully paid up and 2 lakh cumulative preference shares of 10 each fully paid up. New Private Limited, Ultra Private Limited are holding 3 lakh equity shares and 50,000 equity shares respectively in Alter Private Limited. New Private Limited and Ultra Private Limited are subsidiaries of PQR Private Limited. With reference to the provisions of Companies Act, examine whether Alter Private Limited is a subsidiary of PQR Private Limited. Would your answer be different if PQR Private Limited has 8 out of 9 directors on the board of Alter Private Limited? Okay, now let me first put it as a diagram. First, Alter Private Limited, A Private Limited. Okay, next has 8 lakh equity shares of 10 each fully paid up, 2 lakh cumulative preference shares. So, first thing, what is the wording used in the section? More than one half of the total voting power. More than one half of the total voting power. See here first. See here first. Okay. See. More than one half of the total. First we have to write section. Next we have to write the deemed subsidiary concept and appoint or remove majority of all of the directors. And then we have to give a conclusion. Na? See here first. Point number 1. A Private Limited, Alter Private Limited is there, having 1 crore consisting of 8 lakh equity shares. First let us see from equity shares point of view. How many? 8 lakh equity shares. Okay. New Private Limited, Ultra Private Limited are holding 3 lakh equity shares and 50,000 equity shares respectively in Alter Private Limited. So in this, who are holding? New Private Limited, I will call N Private Limited. Next one, U Private Limited. These two companies are holding how much? 3 lakhs. Okay, 3 lakhs. 3 divided by 8, 37.5%. Okay, next, 50,000 divided by 8 lakh. 6.25%. 6.25%. Okay. So, N Private Limited is holding 3 lakh, which is 37.5%, and U Private Limited is holding 50,000, which is 6.25%. Next, New Private Limited and Ultra Private Limited are subsidiaries to PQR. These two are subsidiaries to PQR. Okay, in what way they are subsidiaries, that we don't know. Just they said that holding subsidiary, this is also holding subsidiary. Okay. With reference to the provisions of Companies Act, examine whether Alter Private Limited is a subsidiary to PQR. See here, PQR ki NP Limited is a subsidiary. PQR ki U Private Limited is a subsidiary. Okay. So I can hold through subsidiaries also 50%. But 37.5 plus 6.25. See, 37.5 plus 6.25 is only 43.75. More than one half is not held. Therefore, PQR and A Private Limited are not holding subsidiaries. PQR and PQR, what is the name of company? A Private Limited. Okay, Alter Private Limited. So, will not be holding company of Alter. Will not be holding. Why? Less than one half of the voting power is there. First answer over. Next, what is asking? Would your answer be different if PQR Limited has, okay, 8 out of 9 directors on the board of Alter Private Limited. Okay, Alter Private Limited. So, if PQR Limited has 8 out of 9 directors on the board, it controls the composition of board of directors. Therefore, it will be treated as a holding company of Alter Limited. Means what? Whoever are there in my company as a board, I am appointing them only there also. Means what? I am only controlling that company board of directors as well. Therefore, existence of holding subsidiary relation will come. Because there is a common directors in both the cases. 8 out of 9 directors here. PQR Limited, there are 10 directors. Let us say 10 directors or 9 directors I sent also to your company. Means what? My company directors are appointed there. If I say come out, they will come out. So I am controlling the composition of board of directors there. That's it. It will create a relationship of holding and subsidiary. Everyone, please answer. Yeah, did you understand the answer for this question clearly? Reply, everyone. Preference share capital should not be included into the voting power because preference shares will not be given with any kind of voting power under Companies Act. Preference shareholders will have voting power only on some limited aspects. When something affects their rights directly or reduction or winding up, at that time only they will get rights. Okay, va? Mock test questions also, let us see. Okay, question number 3. Let us also do this MTP question. Okay, Cross Limited is a company incorporated under the erstwhile Companies Act. Old company. Anyway, old Companies Act, even if you are getting incorporated, as per company definition, what we learned, Companies Act is applicable for any company under this act or incorporated under any other previous company law. So, Companies Act is applicable. While Peak XYZ Limited, a private limited company, is a company registered under Companies Act 2013. That doesn't make any kind of difference. So, C Limited is there and XYZ Private Limited is there. XYZ Private Limited has issued 1 lakh convertible preference shares carrying right to vote. Now question came. Now they clearly said these preference shares are carrying a right to vote. Now what you have to do? You should also include them into the total voting power. That's the new point. That's why we are doing this question of 100 each. And 10 lakh equity shares of 10 each fully paid up. Cross Limited is holding all preference shares and 10,000 1 lakh equity shares of XYZ Private Limited. Examine whether the provisions of Companies Act are applicable on Cross Limited. Next, XYZ Private Limited is a public company as per Companies Act 2013 or not. Okay, well, read the question. We'll conclude it together. Can we start with the answer? All the live students, please answer. Okay. Done. See here. So first one. Again, same diagram type. Okay. There are companies. C Limited. C Limited is a company incorporated under Companies Act 1956. Say whether the provisions of Companies Act are applicable to Cross Limited. Obviously, Companies Act section number 1, what it said applicability, Companies Act is applicable for a company defined under section 2 clause 20. What is a company defined under section 2 clause 20? Company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. So to any kind of company, Companies Act 2013 is applicable irrespective of when you incorporated. Okay. So first answer is yes. So you should write that section 1 and then give a conclusion. 1 point over. Next. XYZ Private Limited is incorporated in 2013. XYZ Private Limited issued 1 lakh convertible preference shares and 10,000 equity shares. So let us now put it this way. Okay. See. XYZ Private Limited. XYZ Private Limited. C Limited. C Limited is holding. Okay. C Limited is holding all the preference shares. How many preference shares are there? 1 lakh convertible preference shares are there. How many? 1 lakh convertible preference shares. C Limited hold 1 lakh convertible preference shares in XYZ Limited. Okay. And it also hold, okay, and it also hold 1 lakh equity shares. 1 lakh equity shares in XYZ Private Limited. Now they are asking whether C Limited and XYZ Private Limited, whether C Limited and XYZ Private Limited are holding and subsidiary companies or not. Don't spam the group. Why you are asking same question again and again? Listen. So 10 lakh equity shares are there of rupees 10 each fully paid. Okay. So XYZ Private Limited has issued 1 lakh convertible preference shares. Okay. XYZ issued a 1 lakh. Sir, leave it. Listen. How many times I told you? Don't ask same question again and again. I said very clearly, you put message once, I will see. Okay. And I will come up with an update also for you. Let the results come. 24th anyway, results are there now. Even then, I am also waiting for that. Once results come, I'll announce accordingly. Don't ask the same question again and again. See how many times. Do you think I'm a blind fellow or what? I can see all your doubts. And I said the other day very clearly, I will see every message. Listen, C Limited is there. There is a company called as XYZ Limited. XYZ Private Limited issued 1 lakh convertible preference shares. 1 lakh C Limited has subscribed. Okay. Next, 10 lakh equity shares of 10 each fully paid up are there. In that 10 lakh, I am holding 1 lakh equity shares. So totally how many lakh shares are there? 1 lakh and 10 lakh. Totally how many? 11 lakh shares are there. In 11 lakh shares, I am holding how many? 2 lakh shares. Whether I will be treated as holding subsidiary or not. First answer to my question. Whether I will be treated as holding subsidiary or not. Answer the question. Because there is a right to vote, we are also considering preference shares. I am holding full convertible preference shares 1 lakh. Full equity shares la only I am holding 10%. Will be treated or will not be treated? See here. Wait a minute. See here. See here. Where is it? Observation 1. I have Listen. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, you have answered. So please listen. Please listen. Please. 1 minute. I wanted to talk about one very important thing. See, 1 lakh convertible preference shares la 1 lakh I am holding. Correct? Okay. Next, 10 lakh equity shares la I am holding 1 lakh. Okay. So listen, not like that. So totally I hold 2 lakh shares. 11 lakh shares are there. 2 divided by 11. It is 18.18%. Therefore, holding subsidiary relation do not hold good. Like this, you should not think. Reason I will tell you. This is a 100 rupee share. This is a 10 rupees share. You cannot compare both of them together. Convert either this into 100 rupee share each or convert that into 10 rupee share. I will convert convertible preference shares value into equity shares value. This 100 rupee share, I will convert that into 10 rupee now. Okay, I hold 1 lakh convertible preference shares of 100 rupee means I am holding 10 lakh convertible preference shares of 10 rupee each. Correct? See, 1 lakh into 100, 1 crore. 1 lakh into 100, 1 crore. Correct? So I am holding how much value? 1 crore. And in simple language, convertible preference shares are 100 rupee. Equity shares are 10 rupee. Let me convert this 100 also into 10 into 10 batch. So what will happen? I am holding 1 lakh convertible preference shares of 100. Instead of telling like that, I can tell I am holding 10 lakh convertible preference shares of 10 rupees each. Yes or no, everyone? Tell me the reply. Give me a reply. Can I say, instead of saying I am holding 1 lakh convertible preference shares of 100 each, can I say in equity share term as I am holding 10 lakh convertible preference shares of 10 each? Equivalent amount. Can I tell like that or not? Yes, that's the important thing in this particular question. So I am holding 10 lakh convertible preference shares of 10 rupees each. I am holding 1 lakh equity shares of 10 rupees each. I am totally holding 11 lakh shares. I am totally holding how many lakh shares here? 11 lakh shares. So obviously I will be treated as a holding and subsidiary relation. See, what happens? XYZ Private Limited will become subsidiary to Cross Limited because it is holding more than 1/2 of the total voting power. More than 1/2 of the total voting power it is holding now. See, totally how many lakh shares are there? Convertible preference shares 10 lakhs. Equity shares 10 lakhs. 10 lakh la 10 lakh I am holding. This 10 lakh la 1 lakh I am holding. Correct? So 10 lakh, 1 lakh. Totally how much? 11 lakh. Total 20 lakh. 11 divided by 20 into 100. How much? 55% I am holding. More than 1/2 I am holding now. Holding subsidiary relation will exist. That's it. See, 10 lakh shares plus 1 lakh shares. Okay, 10 lakh shares. Rupees 10 lakh. So 1 lakh shares. Rupees 1 crore. So 10 lakh. 10 lakh shares, 1 lakh shares. 11 lakh. On total 20 lakh shares. Rupees 2 crore. So XYZ Limited, XYZ Private Limited is a subsidiary to Cross Limited. What we discussed in public company definition, if a private company becomes a subsidiary to a public company, it will be deemed to be a public company. That's it. These all things they have merged and they asked one question. See, every question we solved in the today's class has some new point inside it. Could you at least understand that we completed chapter number 1 along with all exam questions that came in exam thoroughly? Next class we are going to start with our next chapter called as incorporation of company and matters incidental there too. Okay, very important chapter for the coming September examination. 8 marks guarantee questions will be there. 2 questions I am expecting, one from the clauses of memorandum, one from the doctrines or from the incorporation. Okay, 3 segments are important for us. First, clauses: name clause, situation clause, object clause, liability clause, capital clause and association clause or nomination clause. Number 2, we are also having a doubt on another aspect called as doctrines. Doctrine of indoor management, constructive notice, exceptions to doctrine of indoor management and doctrine of ultra-vires. Next segment, incorporation of general company, section 7, incorporation of section company, section number 8, incorporation of one person company, section number 3, read with rule number 3, rule number 4, rule number 5. And after that, Effect of memorandum and article section number 10, commencement of business section number 10A. All questions are important. There is no important, unimportant, but these are expected questions in exam. So we are going to do all of these in the next sessions to come. We are going to become expert in this chapter incorporation. 8 marks will be in your pockets by the time we cover the chapter. Clear, everyone? We completed chapter number 1. Next session we are going to start with chapter number 2. Are you all comfortable? Did you all get some knowledge in this session? We are not considering preference shares. We are considering convertible preference shares. If there are no voting rights, you need not consider. Okay, va? So thank you very much. Next session, FM. Hey, ratios chapter, good questions we are going to do. Super questions I found in the question bank. We are going to do those questions in the today's class together. We will complete another good amount of 8 marks and 10 marks questions in the today's class. Let's enjoy the ratios chapter. Let's complete it. Okay. So take a 10-15 minutes gap and we are going to start with FM. Please till September 9:30 at 10 o'clock. Let's complete. Focus on your completion. Focus on your studies. Okay. Well, so take a break and come soon. We are going to start with FM. Are you all with me? I hope you are also equally focused. Everyone. If it is non-convertible preferences, we need not cover them. If they clearly say it is a convertible preference with voting rights, we should convert. We should consider. Okay. Next one, FM, we are going to do the best analysis of ratios chapter. Please join the live after this. After 10-15 minutes, we are going to start with FM ratios. Shall we start? Please inform all your friends that FM class has started, resumed again. Please put a message. Two minutes, we will begin. Ask everyone to join. Can we begin? Okay. Okay. Now, so whoever joined, I'm continuing the class now. Okay. So later this will not be available live for more than 15 minutes. Okay. So until I'm leaving it to you whether to join or not to join. I waited for enough time. 25 minutes I have waited for you. So let us start. We are now going to take up question number 14. PI Limited has the, shall we begin, everyone? Yeah. So today in the ratios analysis chapter, we are going to start with solving question number 14 in the question bank. All unique questions in the question banks we are solving. So we are now going to start with question number 14. PI Limited has the following balance sheet as on 31st March 2020. Okay, as on 31st March 2020 and 31st March 2021, 2 years data. Sources of funds: shareholders funds, loan funds. Application: fixed assets, cash and bank receivables, inventories, other current assets and current liabilities they have given here instead of giving here. Income statement: sales, cost of goods sold, gross profit, selling and administration expenses, earnings before interest and tax, minus interest expense, earnings before tax, minus tax, profit after tax. You are required to calculate the following. So, exam 5 marks question. Calculate for the year 2021 inventory turnover ratio, financial leverage, return on capital employed after tax. If you remember clearly, I told you one point. There can be no question where turnover ratios are tested. Some inventory turnover or creditor turnover or debtor turnover, something they will ask, but they will ask. This is a classic example. Okay, so see, any question that turnover ratio will be forming part of your question always. Okay, well, sorry. Read the question first before we start going with the solution. Read the question. Take a minute time. Read the question properly before we move on into the main solution. Okay, read the question. Can we move on with the solution? Okay, let us begin. In this question number 14, question is very big, answer is very small. Okay, let us start doing. First one, what is the question? Inventory turnover ratio. Okay, so let us begin. Keep the heading question number 14. Okay, step 1, inventory turnover ratio. 2 years data is given, we can calculate average inventory. First write down inventory turnover ratio equal to cost of goods sold divided by average inventory, that equal to cost of goods sold divided by opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2. COGS already given in the question. 7 lakh 30, 7 lakh 38 500. They are asking for 2021. For this year they are asking. So COGS you should take 738 500. Okay. Minute. Rupees 7,38,500 divided by, okay, what is the opening inventory given in the question? 87,500 and 70,000. Rupees 738,500 divided by 87,500 plus 70,000 divided by 2, 78,750. 738,500 divided by 78,750, 9.37 times or 9.4 times. Anything you can write. Okay. 9.37 round figure, if you want to write 9.4 times, like that we can write down. So totally it has become 9.37 times is our inventory turnover ratio. Step 2. Before we go into step 2, everyone understood step 1 clearly? Yeah, reply. If you give a reply, we will move on to the next part. Everyone, give a reply. Okay, next one. Financial leverage. Financial leverage means EBIT divided by EBT. What is the EBIT given? They have given in the question itself. 33,250 divided by EBT 22,750. So 33,250 divided by 22,750, 1.4615. 1.46 times. Step 3. Return on capital employed after tax. Return on capital employed after tax. Okay. See, common sense let us use. Okay, well, common sense let us use. Listen. First point, return on capital employed. Capital employed means what? It will include long term funds, both equity as well as a debt. Both equity as well as a debt. Capital employed means both equity as well as debt. So you can do it in two ways. Capital employed can be done from both the sides, liability side, asset side. Liability side, equity plus a debt. Assets side, total assets minus outside liabilities. Total assets minus outside liabilities. Okay, outside liabilities, if you remove from the total assets, you will get the same answer of capital employed. In the given question, you observe clearly. Okay, in the given question, you observe clearly. They said that fixed assets, cash at bank, this year. Fixed assets, cash at bank, cash and bank, receivables, inventory, current assets. Okay, minus current liabilities they have given, which came to 1,92,500. Correct? Yes or no? So total assets we have taken and we have counted that. Or capital employed, next one how to do? Equity plus debt also can be counted as capital employed only. So you can either take this way or you can either take this way. Simpler na, we will take this directly. Capital is employed by two people. Number one, shareholders. Number two, loan funds. So total put together is how much? 2,10,000 and 1,92,500. If you remember, I told you one day at the introduction part, normally capital employed la current liabilities also will come, but institute is taking an assumption that current liabilities should not include. That's why in this 2,10,000 current liabilities are not included. Na? Therefore, we are not taking. Listening everyone, see, if you total all these, take calculator, total all these 1,05,000 plus 14,000 plus 38,500 plus 70,000 plus 35,000. What is this? 262,500 we got. How much? 262,500. Okay. What is this 262,500? Total capital employed is invested in assets. Is invested in what? Assets. Okay. Common sense, let us understand. Common sense, let us understand. See, basic common sense, na? How much you raised from the shareholder? 87,500. How much you raised from bank? 1,05,000. How much money you have on hand? 1,92,500. If you have 1,92,500 amount with you, how come you purchased assets worth 2,62,500? Because the remaining 70,000 is funded by creditor. Is funded by whom? Creditor. So 262,500 is the total capital employed. Total capital employed. In that there is a short term amount of 70,000. We have to remove that. Like that we will get this 1,92,500. Understood the explanation clearly or not? Capital employed means long term capital employed, not the short term. Everybody please reply to this discussion. Did you understand or not? With 192,500 capital, both equity and debt, how come you purchase assets worth 2,62,000? Because in that 70,000 is not funded by equity debt, it is funded by short-term liability called as creditors. Reply, everyone. Thought process should change. Yeah, you should not mug up the answers. How many times I have to tell you? Okay. So therefore, what is the equity and debt? Directly we can write down now 190 to 500. 190 to 500. This closing. What is the opening? 2,10,000. We will get average capital employed. 201,250. Average capital employed. Okay. What is the formula here? Return on capital employed means return divided by average capital employed. If not given, take capital employed directly. Now question will start. Sir, what is the return? Common sense, let us understand again to the discussion. Okay, va? See, income statement if you observe, EBIT belongs to both debt as well as equity. Correct? Wrong. EBIT belongs to three people. Who are they? Debt, government, and equity. Debt will take interest, government will take tax, balance will be taken by the equity shareholder. Now answer. Debenture holders are getting interest. Listen to the language properly, everyone. Please, I'm not telling any story to you. Debenture holders are getting this interest because they invested money. How much they invested? Some amount of 1,05,000 they invested. Because they invested, they are getting 10,500 interest. Correct? So debenture holders are getting interest because they invested money. Equity shareholders are getting this profit because they invested money. But what money government has invested? Happily they are taking taxes. Shamelessly they are taking money without putting any money with us. Government is the only person who takes the part in our return even without investing any capital. Debt will put capital, take interest. Equity will put capital and take profit after tax. Government will not put anything but collect something. Correct? And from this, what you have to understand, when you are taking the formula of capital employed, logic has to prevail over your common sense, over your basic mugging up and by hearting things. Formula every fool in the world will remember. Every fool in the world will remember the formula in ratio analysis. That is not at all great. Okay, everyone will remember return divided by average capital employed. If you read for 100 times, you will remember. We are not dustbins to remember things. You have to understand first. Capital employed. So what should come in numerator? Capital employed means capital employed by whom and whom? Debt and equity. Debt and equity require PAT. Debt requires EBIT. And from that only interest will be paid. Okay. And from this, what you have to understand? There are three people who share EBIT. Debt, government, equity. Debt, government, equity. But in these three, capital is given only by debt and equity, but not by the government. Correct? So therefore, the return whatever you take here, I will write EBIT. I will write what? EBIT divided by average capital employed. Average capital employed. Okay. Now question will come. Sir, wrong sir. EBIT belong to three people, but capital employed in denominator contains only equity and debt money, not government money. So equity, debt, government money is not involved. Therefore, in this EBIT also, government part we have to take out. Other formula is EBIT into 1 minus T divided by average capital employed. That's how the formula came. Everyone understood the logic clearly or not? Reply. Formula logic understood. What I promised you on the day one, we are not going to just to do the problems like a fool. A fool will do just problems and leave. I said very clearly, I will explain concept wherever required and I will make you to understand. Clear? Okay. So, EBIT 33 to 50 into tax. Tax rate they did not give, we can compute. 6825 divided by 22,750 into 100. 30% is the tax. 1 minus 0.3 whole divided by average capital employed 201,250. We already calculated. 33,250 into 0.7 whole divided by 201,250 into 100. 11.57%. 11.57%. It's a 565. You can write as 56 or 57. Okay. Three answers we got here. Let us check the answers now. First answer 9.37 or 9.4. 9.4. Perfect. Next answer we got 1.46. Pakka 1.46. Next answer we got 11.56 or 57. 11.56. Perfect. Answer is completed. Okay. Next. Everyone please give a reply. 14th question. Are y'all comfortable or not? Everyone. Are y'all comfortable with question number 14? Okay. Question is completed. Okay, well. So always average capital employed we will take, because capital employed means average capital employed means what? Over a period of 2 years, on an average, what we use we will take. Okay. Capital employed. If I take 1,92, now every day you employed that capital. Every day you employed. Maybe there, may not be there. So we will take an average. Normally you can take capital employed. Okay. But when 2 years data is given, institute will take average of a capital employed. Okay. అంటే ఓపెనింగ్లో there is some amount, closingలో some amount is there, అంటే on an average they used in the middle throughout the year. That's how they will understand. Okay, done. Let us take question number 15. From the following information and ratios, prepare the balance sheet. 10 marks question given in exam. Okay, let us see. Average stock 10 lakh, current ratio 3 is to 1, acid test 1 is to 1, PBIT to PBT అంటే financial leverage 2.2 is to 1, average collection period assume 360 days in a year, 30 days, stock turnover ratio use sales as turnover not COGS 5 times, fixed assets to turnover ratio and fixed assets turnover ratio. Okay, fixed asset turnover ratio, turnover by fixed asset 0.8 times, working capital 110 lakhs, net profit ratio 10%, gross profit 40%, operating expenses excluding interest 9 lakh, long term interest 12%, there is no tax. He is asking us to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, read the question before we start with the solution. Take 2 minutes time, read the question. I'm going to wait for you. I want answers from you properly. I want your involvement properly, not fastly giving the answers to me. That's not at all our requirement. Our requirement is you should understand and do. Read first, later you can do all things. Read. Don't give any answers to me now. We start. 10 marks question. Shall we begin together? Okay. So now listen carefully. Okay. See, some people are asking question. Sir, here EB80 into 1 minus T you have taken. Okay. Instead of taking like that, you can take PAT plus interest. Like that also you could have done, sir. Why you did not do like that? Is a question. Before you asking me that question, you rethink whether the question you asked is right or wrong. Some more questions also I found in the chat box. I'm not insulting. I'm just asking you to rethink. Rethink once. I said now, at least rethink where your question is wrong. I'm asking PAT plus interest why I should not use, sir. That's what your question is. Rethink and tell me where you are going wrong. You are asking question na. Before that you rethink once. Why PAT plus interest is a wrong formula? Why EB80 into 1 minus T is the right formula? Shall I tell you? If you wanted to take, in this question, if you wanted to take PAT, see, I am erasing this. See, PAT, how much? 15,925 plus interest 10,500. 10,500. So you say 15,925 plus 10,500. 26,425, like that we need to take now, sir. You have taken only 23,275 here. Wrong, sir. Before you shouting like this, you should understand one point. Do you know what is it? This profit after tax. This interest before tax. You can't add an after tax amount with a before tax amount. Na? What you have to do, interest also should be taken after tax. So 15,925 plus 10,500 into 0.7 is 7,350. 15,925 plus 7,350, 23,275 will come again. Same answer. Same answer, yeah? I'm talking to you, everyone. Those who got the doubt, you should answer now. Some also kept a message in the chat box, sir. You should take interest should be deducted after EB80 and then you have to compute. Is there reason? You can do EB80 into 1 minus T, or you can do EB80 minus tax EBT, like that you can do. But when you are adding back interest, add after tax, because interest has to give a tax shield. Clear, everyone? Now you got a full clarity. Clarity, everyone? Okay. Now listen. Now listen. So this is the data given in the new question. Okay. Let us solve it together. So what is the question here? This question is asking us to prepare the balance sheet. Okay. This question is asking us to prepare balance sheet. Let us start doing. Keep the heading. Question number 15. Question number 15. First, calculation of step 1. Calculation of current assets and current liabilities. Okay. current ratio equal to 3:1. What is current ratio? Current assets divided by current liability is equal to 3. Current assets by current liability is equal to 3. Okay. Working capital they have given 310 lakhs. Okay, sorry. It is not 310. I am very sorry. Rupees 10 lakhs. Please make a change. It is not 310 rupee 10 lakh. Rupees 10 lakh. By mistake it was printed like that. It's rupees 10 lakh. So working capital equal to 10 lakh. What is working capital? Current asset minus current liability equal to 10 lakh. Current asset equal to 3 current liability. So 3 current liability minus current liability equal to rupees 1 lakh. 2 current liability equal to rupees 10 lakh. 2 current liability equal to rupees 10 lakh. Current liability equal to rupees 5 lakh. Current liability equal to rupees 5 lakh. So current asset minus current liability equal to rupees 10 lakh. Current asset minus 5 lakh equal to rupees 10 lakh. Current asset equal to rupees 15 lakh. Okay. Current assets is 15 lakh. Current liability is 5 lakh. Everybody please answer. Working capital is current asset minus current liability, 15 lakh minus 5 lakh, 10 lakh. Everything is tallied. First step is completed. First of all, everyone give a reply. Did you all understand up to here clearly? Everyone. Okay, va? Next. Next one. See the question and tell what additional thing we can do. Acid test ratio if you use. I want everyone in the chat box to comment. If I have acid test ratio, what value I will get? Acid test ratio if I have, what value I will get? I want a reply from every one of you. Yes, we will get the answer for stock value. We will get the answer for stock value. Very good. Correct. Okay, keep the heading. Step 2. Calculation of stock. Keep the heading. Calculation of stock. Acid test ratio equal to quick assets by current liabilities. How much they have given? 1:1. 1:1. And the quick assets are equal to current liabilities. Quick assets are equal to current liability. So quick assets equal to rupees 5 lakh. So what is quick assets? Current assets minus stock. So 5 lakh equal to current assets minus stock. 5 lakh equal to current assets is how much? 15 lakh minus 5 lakh minus 5 lakh. So how much is the stock? Okay. So quick assets means current assets minus stock. Current assets already we know. Okay. Just a minute. Quick assets mean current assets minus stock. Current assets already we know. How much is the current assets? 5 lakh. Okay. Just a minute. I will erase this and rewrite. Quick assets equal to 5 lakh we got as an answer. Correct? So what is quick assets? Current assets minus stock is equal to 5 lakh. We know that current assets is 15 lakhs minus stock equal to 5 lakh. So stock equal to 10 lakh. This is a better way of presentation. This is a better way of presentation. Everyone understood the answer up to here? Okay. Next one is what? They are asking us to prepare the balance sheet and income statement. Income statement we require sales. So what we know now, stock turnover ratio, if you take stock turnover ratio, what is the formula? Generally COGS by average stock. Average stock they have only given. COGS they need not take. They said that sales can be taken. So we know stock turnover ratio, it is a stock turnover ratio of 5 times. We know the value of average stock. We can now calculate the value of sales or not. Write down. Step 3. Calculation of sales. Stock turnover ratio equal to sales divided by average stock equal to 5. We don't know sales. Sales divided by average stock is 10 lakh equal to 5. Sales equal to rupees 50 lakh. Sales equal to rupees 50 lakhs. So using stock turnover ratio, we calculated sales. Gross profit ratio, they have given 40. So write down. Step 4. Calculation of GP. GP by sales equal to 0.4. GP by sales 50 lakh equal to 0.4. GP equal to 20 lakhs. GP equal to 20 lakhs. Okay, GP equal to 20 lakhs. Net profit ratio 10%. Calculation of net profit now. Step 5. Fastly you do. Simple questions, let's not waste time. Calculation of net profit. Net profit by sales equal to 0.1. Net profit by 50 lakhs equal to 0.1. Net profit equal to rupees 5 lakh. Net profit equal to rupees 5 lakhs. So GP completed, NP also completed. GP completed, NP also completed. In what way the GP and NP will be useful for us is the next question. Okay, wow. So before that, you please do up to here clearly. Copy down the answer. So once you complete, please let me know that you have done, such that I can start with the next part. Okay, next one. So up to here, everyone understood clearly? Okay, next. Step 6. Calculation of COGS. Sales minus GP equal to COGS. Sales 50 lakhs minus GP 20 lakhs. COGS 30 lakhs. COGS 30 lakhs. Everyone complete up to here? Next. Step number 7. Step number 7. Step number 7. So what is required to compute in step number 7? Income statement. Because we got all the details, na? Income statement. Sales minus cost of goods sold is called as GP minus other operating expenses will give you, okay, other operating expenses will give you EBIT minus interest will give you EBT. Will give you EBT minus interest will give you EBT. In the given question, clearly they said tax is nil. Therefore, normally net profit means what? EAT. But here tax is not there. Now, EAT, EBT both are same. So, minus tax EAT. So, now what is the point? Sales. Fill the numbers. 50 lakhs. Okay. COGS 30 lakh. GP 20 lakh. Operating expenses and EBIT. EBIT we know na? No, we don't know. Sir, how to compute operating expenses, EBIT? How do I know how much it will be? That will be dependent on one information that they have given, which is called as, see, PBIT to PBT. 2.2 is to 1. From that we can compute. Let us do that now. Below write down. Step 8. Write down. PBIT by PBT. PBIT by PBT equal to 2.2 is to 1. So 2.2. So PBIT equal to 2.2 times the PBT. In the given question, one thing is clear. What is the net profit? 5 lakh. Tax is there or not there? Not there. What does it mean? EBT also 5 lakh. So we know that PBIT equal to 2.2 times the PBT, which is 5 lakh. So PBIT equal to 5 lakhs into 2.2, which comes to 11 lakh. Which comes to how many lakhs here? 11 lakhs. Please compute that. 11 lakh. So PBIT comes to 11 lakhs. PBIT comes to 11 lakhs. Please copy it on up to here. So other operating expenses will be 9 lakh balancing figure. Interest will become 6 lakh, another balancing figure. Another balancing figure. Step 9. Loan. Loan. Interest percent means what? Interest in rupee divided by loan. Okay. So they have given in the question, interest charged is 12%. 0.12. Interest amount we know 6 lakh. Loan amount we don't know to prepare balance sheet. So loan equal to 6 lakh divided by 0.12. 50 lakhs is the amount of loan. Everyone please give a reply. Did you understand all the workings clearly up to here? I want reply, not the silence. And problems we have to do with the same speed, or else we can't complete the chapters. Okay, done. Next, not yet completed yet. 10 marks question. Step 10. Step 10. Okay. Balance sheet preparation ki what we require? See, income statement we completed. Sales minus COGS 32 lakh, 30 lakhs or 32, 30 lakhs. GP is 20 lakh. Operating expenses balancing figure 9 lakh. EBIT 11 lakh, EBT 5 lakh, interest is 6 lakh. 6 lakh for 12% means how much would be the loan? 50 lakh. So, from the data that was being given to us, we now computed all the required answers, correct? Step number 9, loan amount came into existence. Now let us see. I am erasing this. See the question now. First point number 1. First, they have given fixed assets turnover 0.8. Also, what is the turnover ratio formula? Turnover should come in numerator. Turnover by fixed assets. Turnover by fixed assets equal to 0.8 means we can calculate the fixed assets or not. Write down. Fixed assets. Fixed assets turnover ratio is 0.8. Turnover by fixed assets equal to 0.8. 50 lakhs divided by fixed assets equal to 0.8. Fixed assets equal to 50 lakh divided by 0.8 rupees 62 lakh 52,000 50,000. This is fixed assets. Fixed assets. Okay. So this is the point here. Okay, wow. Next. Step number 11. Fixed assets, we got the answer. Fixed assets, we got the answer. See, current assets, what is required in current assets? Number 1 is the stock. Number 2 is the receivable. One thing I can tell you now. Please see the screen. Current assets equal to 15 lakhs. Correct? Okay. Listen. I will tell you. Calculation of debtors. Sir, how do you know that debtors should be computed? Collection period is given. And a debtors computation is required. See, current assets is 15 lakhs. Okay. How much here? 15 lakh. In this current assets, stock, debtors, cash. 3 things are required. Stock, debtors, cash. What is the stock? Already we computed the value of stock to be 10 lakhs. So in this 15 lakh stock is 10 lakh. Debtors we don't know. Okay, then balancing figure will become the cash. Correct? So to compute debtors, what we need to do? Receivables collection period or debtors collection period equal to 30 days. So what is the normal formula for debtor turnover? Debtor turnover means credit sales divided by average debtors. Okay, but debtors collection period, debtors divided by credit sales into 360. How much is the debtors? And this happens to be 30 days. This happens to be 30 days. The answer is 30 days for this collection period. Debtors we don't know. Assume that all the sales are happening on credit. 50 lakhs is the sales amount. Okay, 50 lakhs is the sales amount. That equal to 30 divided by 360. 30 divided by 360. So debtors divided by 50 lakhs equal to 30 divided by 360, 0.083333 like that. So debtors equal to 0.083333 into 50 lakh. It came to 4,16,667. 4,16,667. How I got? Debtors velocity they have given 30 days. What is the formula for debtors velocity? Normally credit sales by debtors is the formula. Reverse velocity, debtors by credit sales into 360. Okay. So 30 days is the answer. So debtors is a missing figure. Credit sales, all sales are assumed to be on credit. Sales already we computed just now. How much is the sales answer? Sales is Where is the sales? Sales 50 lakh. So turnover is 50 lakh. So debtors divided by sales. All sales are assumed to be on credit. 50 lakh into 360. So into 360 can be going to the other side and become divided by. Correct? So 30 divided by 360 comes to 0.0833333 like that. So debtors by 50 lakh equal to 0.0833333. Debtors equal to 50 lakh into 0.083333 like that. Answer came to 4,16,667. Everyone understood clearly, yeah? I want a reply. Please, I want a reply from everyone. Okay? Yeah. So now last and final touch, cash balance. So 14 lakh 16 plus 10 lakh minus 15 lakh. So 83,333 is the cash balance. Is the cash balance. So step number 12. Balance sheet. Fixed assets 62,500. Current assets, stock, debtors, cash, all together 15 lakh. You know the values. Example, you can write all these in the inner column and final you can write it in the outer column. Total 77,50,000. Okay. Next, equity share capital, debt, current liability. Current liability already we calculated at the beginning itself. 5 lakh is the current liability. 50 lakhs is the debt. We already know this. Total of the balance sheet is 77,50,000. 77,50,000 minus 5 lakh minus 50 lakh. 22,50,000 is the equity share capital par value. This is a balancing figure. With this, we get that 10 marks in exam. In this question, since nothing is said, we are not taking cost of goods sold for fixed asset turnover. We are taking directly the sales. You can write alternative assumption in exam and say that I calculated using COGS. But in this question, anyway, they said very clearly, even for stock, use only sales. So therefore, they did not use COGS even for the fixed assets. Sorry, everyone, I want one reply from all of you. Did you understand this very, very important question or not? I want a reply. I want an honest reply from all of you. Okay, next. So what questions we completed? Question 14, question 15 we completed now. Correct? Okay. So let us solve question number 16. Question number 16. Okay. Using the following information, prepare the balance sheet. Long-term debt to net worth. Long-term debt to net worth and debt divided by equity 0.25. Total assets turnover. It's not fixed assets. Total assets. And turnover by total assets 3. Average collection period. Again see debtors turnover ratio. No problem will be there without turnover ratios. I told you na. Is another example. 9 days. Inventory turnover. That also came. 13. Gross profit margin 20%. Acid test 1.5. Assume 360 days a year. All the sales are on credit. You have to calculate notes and payables, long-term debt, common stock, retained earnings, total liabilities and equity, cash, accounts receivable, inventory, plant and equipment and total assets. Okay. April 23 MTP question anyway, and a new study material question also. Very, 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 very important. Take 2 minutes time. Observe the question. We both will do the answer together. First, read the question. Next, confirm that you read the question. Then we will go with discussion. Then you will understand how to do. Even if it comes in exam, you will do that for 5 marks. What I promised you at the beginning, FM, I will take a problem. From that, I will explain you the concept and we will do. Ide. That's what I mean actually. Can we continue, everyone? I'm not asking answers from you. I'm asking, shall we continue? I'm waiting for your reply. Common stock means equity share capital. Okay. So, our Telegram will work from today. No worry for you. Okay. Today by afternoon or something like that, they will set everything right. So we are good to go from tomorrow. No worry. Okay. So anyway, let us concentrate on discussion of concepts. Okay. Na? Okay. Now, one by one, let us see. I will be seeing your chat here on the phone. That's why I will be always having all your doubts will be clarified through this only. Okay, on the screen I can't see YouTube live here and then. So now and again I will be seeing only here. So you can put your doubts here, relevant things, I will reply. Okay, let us start. Long-term debt to net worth. What is long-term debt? Long-term debt means any debt which is having more than 12 months of maturity time. Net worth means what? Equity. What is equity? Equity share capital plus reserves and surplus plus preference share capital. Preference share capital given or not given or not given. Therefore, common stock is how much? 8 lakh. Retained earnings how much? 16 lakh. Both together is called as what? Net worth. So, net worth long term debt to 0.25 na. We can compute long term debt. Correct? Okay. First, keep the heading. Question number 16. Question number 16. Write down. Balance sheet. Okay. Write down. Assets, rupees. Liability, rupees. Okay, write down. All these you copy down first. Cash, accounts receivable, inventory, plant and equipment, total assets. Next, notes and payables already given in the question. 2,50,000. Long term debt, common stock, retained earnings, total of liabilities, all liabilities, total of all liabilities. Okay, one by one let us do and we will fill the data there, easy for us. So step 1, calculation of long term debt. Long term debt to net worth equal to 0.25. 0.25, yeah, 0.25. Okay, write down. Net worth equal to equity plus reserves and surplus. What is equity given in the question? Common stock 8 lakhs. Fill here. 8 lakhs. 16 lakhs. Okay. So 24 lakhs equal to what? Net worth. So long term debt by 24 lakhs equal to 0.25. long term debt equal to 24 lakhs into 0.25, 6 lakhs. How much? 6 lakhs. Fill here 6 lakh. Now we got the total of all liabilities. 2 lakh 50 plus 2 lakh 50 plus 6 lakh plus 8 lakh plus 16 lakh. 32 lakh 50,000 is the balance sheet total. Obviously, this will be taken here also. 32 lakh 50,000. Now we got the total assets. Step 2 we can use total assets. We can compute the remaining parts. Okay, va? So see the question. They have given us total asset turnover 3 times. So turnover by total assets equal to 3. Turnover we don't know. Total assets we know 32 lakh 50,000 equal to 3. Turnover equal to 32 lakh 50,000 into 3. 97 lakh 50,000 will be the sales. Step 2, sales computation. Keep the heading. Step 2, sales computation. 97 lakh 50,000 is the sales value. Step 3, wherever speed is required, I will move on. Gross profit. So we can calculate COGS. GP by sales equal to 0.2. So GP by 97 lakh 50,000 equal to 0.2. GP equal to 19 lakh 50,000. Okay. So COGS equal to sales minus GP. 97 lakh 50,000 minus 19 lakh 50,000. 78 lakhs. 78 lakhs. What is 78 lakhs? Cost of goods sold. Up to here, everyone. Did you understand and copied? Did you understand or not up to here, everyone? Full computation. First, net worth is our link. Using that, we calculated long-term debt. Using that, we prepared the liabilities total. Liabilities total in a balance sheet will be equal to assets total. Total assets, if we know assets, total assets turnover ratio given. Using that turnover also we computed. Turnover once computed, gross profit ratio given, we computed gross profit and COGS. Okay. Next. Step 4. Okay. Step number 4. Okay. So cost of goods sold also completed. Now, what are the things we require? We now require to compute cash, accounts receivable, inventory turnover ratio, plant and equipment to total assets. Like this we have to compute now. So how to compute? First, inventory turnover ratio is given. Using that we can calculate inventory. Correct? Let us see. Calculation of inventory or stock. Inventory turnover ratio 13. Write down along with me. Don't wait for my answer. 13. Inventory turnover ratio is 13. What is inventory turnover ratio formula? COGS divided by inventory. Here average is not there. Inventory you can write. Equal to 13. COGS we know it is 78 lakhs divided by inventory equal to 13. So inventory equal to 78 lakh divided by 13, 6 lakhs. So whenever you find the number, fill the balance sheet. Inventory is 6 lakh. Next, after that, accounts receivable. Average collection period is given. Calculation of debtors or receivable. So normally what is the debtors turnover ratio formula? Sales, credit sales divided by average debtor. This is reverse. Equal to 9. We don't know debtors. Okay. Question they clearly said that assume all sales on credit and 360-day year. So we have taken 360-day and all sales are on credit. So debtors divided by what is the sale? 97,50,000 into 360 equal to 9. So debtors divided by 97,50,000 equal to 9 divided by 360, 0.025. So debtors equal to 0.025 into 97,50,000, 2,43,750. 2,43,750. What is 2,43,750? 2,43,750 will be the receivables. 2,43,750. Okay. Up to here, please copy down. Okay, well, 2,43,750. Okay, well, now listen carefully. We want only one amount now. One is plant and equipment and cash. Plant and equipment and cash. See the question once. See the question once. If you compute current assets total amount, total assets minus current assets will become the fixed assets. So we need to know the cash balance now. How to know? Acid test ratio. Step 6. Cash balance. Acid test ratio equal to 1.5. Acid test means quick assets, quick ratio type. Okay. So quick assets divided by current liabilities equal to 1.5. Okay, equal to 1.5. Current liability already given in the question. Okay, current liability is already taken. See, they have given all these things. Current assets, current liabilities, all these details are given. If you observe clearly, notes and payables 2,50,000 they have given na, are they creditors? So current liabilities. So quick assets divided by 2,50,000 equal to 1.5. Quick assets equal to 3,75,000. 3,75,000. What is 3,75,000? 3,75,000 is the quick assets. Okay. What is quick assets? Current assets minus stock. Current assets minus stock. What is the current assets? How much is the current assets total? Okay. Stock we know. Current assets minus stock. So first quick assets divided by current liabilities equal to 1.5. Making it full screen, you see that properly. Quick assets by current liabilities equal to 1.5. Okay. In that quick assets, what will be there? In that quick assets, there will be cash, accounts receivable. Cash and accounts receivable. Inventory should not be there. So quick assets can be written as current assets minus stock. But current assets details are not given. Na? So what we have to write? Cash plus stock plus debtors equal to 3,75,000. Equal to 3,75,000. Cash we don't know. Stock we know already. Okay. How much is the stock? 6 lakhs plus debtors 243,750 equal to 3,75,000. Okay, but current assets means cash plus stock plus debtors. Total equal to, I'm very, very sorry. Very, very sorry. Very sorry. Stock should not be taken. Cash plus debtors equal to 3,75,000. Cash plus debtors equal to 3,75,000. Cash equal to 3,75,000 minus 243,750. 131,250 is the cash balance. By mistake, I have written stock. Stock should not be included. So 131,250. So 131,250. Now calculate the balancing figure as plant. 32,50,000 minus 6 lakh minus 243,750 minus 131,250. 22 lakh 75,000 is the plant and equipment for the given data. Okay, so the only thing that we need to understand, I'm very sorry, by mistake I have written stock. Quick assets should be written as current assets minus stock, but current assets they did not give. So how to elaborate this? Current assets means cash plus stock plus debtors minus stock plus stock will cancel. Cash and debtors say 3,75,000. Quick assets. So cash we don't know. Debtors we know 243,750 equal to 3,75,000. Cash will be 3,75,000 minus 2,43,750. It will become the balance amount to be charged. So this is the cash. So the entire balance sheet has been filled. It is 32,50,000 and 32,50,000. Everyone understood the concept clearly? Yeah, we completed. Everyone? Bad replies I am getting for this paper. I want to answer from everyone. Did you all understand this question number 16 clearly? Okay. Okay, done. So another 3 questions also completed. Another 6 questions we are going to do before we close this ratios. Next session we are going to complete another 4 questions. Last session to the ratios for 2 very big questions we will do. Once that is completed, we are all done with the ratios chapter. So next chapter we are going to start is capital budgeting, as I promised already. First thing, everyone, all the live participants, please give a reply. Now did you find confidence with regard to the chapter ratios? Are you getting the confidence of doing the answers, questions and answers? Everyone. After doing it, are you getting a confidence of doing the answers in the ratios? Yeah. So results are there in another 1 day. So no worry. If result come positive, fantastic. Even something happens now, we will continue the classes like this. September is ours. Okay, well? So no worry at all. So don't worry. We will do it very, very big this time. Okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next session, we will be completing that next session will be the last but one session for the ratios. That next section will be the final session for the ratios. Once we complete this, I will go into the next segment called as capital budgeting. Total assets turnover ratio we can calculate either using COGS or we can calculate also using sales. Okay, but sales is correct because total assets la current assets also is there. Current assets la debtors is also there. Debtors is linked to sales. So you can take sales directly in that case. Okay. Thank you very much.